Hello there guys, and welcome to another Forza Horizon 5 video on my channel. It has been a while, hasn't it? A very long while actually. I think it's approaching 4 months since I posted on the channel in terms of a video. Similar time as well since the last stream. And I am today hopefully aiming to change that by putting something out there for you. It's not going to be what you might expect. It's not going to be the usual. I think that the last video I posted was an hour long. Hopefully that won't happen again today, but you never know. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll with it and see what happens. So instead of the usual guide format where I run through all of the challenges, give you tunes, tips and tricks and everything like that, today I am instead just going to show you the gameplay of me completing all of the events, and I'll chip in with the voiceover on anything that I would like to comment on along the way. So it won't be as big of an editing project for me, and it also means that I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone in a period where I've got enough time to put this out, but I've still got not got loads of time, so it helps me out a bit because it means that I can complete the event whilst producing a video, so kills two birds with one stone for me, which is beneficial. And hopefully the different format will at least be somewhat interesting for you to watch as well. And like I said, I don't know how long this is going to end up, but we won't go into that because we all know, if you've watched me before, that it gets a bit crazy in terms of varying lengths of video on this channel. As you can see, if you have a look at some of the recent videos, they vary in length quite a lot. So I've actually, at the time of recording, already been through and completed pretty much all of the events. I tend to just go for 40 points every week. I've already got the 100% achievement, so for me it's worthless doing that. I very rarely touch the expansion events, even though I would cover them in a typical walkthrough video. So it's usually the majority of the season event section, you know, stunts, the trial, EventLabs. I always like to try out the EventLabs. The challenges section, the Forzathon Weekly challenge, and then depending on how the points add up, if there's a Horizon 2 where I would do that. But this week I will be completing one of the championships, and that's because there's an exclusive car, which you'll see when we come to that. I wouldn't usually complete the championships unless I'm doing them co-op with someone, and then sometimes I also just top up with the daily challenges and the monthly events as well. Of course, at some point in the month I will complete them, but I won't do that in this video. But I will just get to 40 points by completing the events. They're kind of in order. I kind of started with the trial, then the PR stunts, the EventLabs, then the PR stunts, then I did the exclusive championship, then the challenges section. And the reason I didn't start with the Forzathon is because you needed the car from the exclusive championship to use for that, and that is the only thing I currently haven't done at the time of recording this part of the video, voiceover wise. So I'm going to do that alongside editing it up. So I'll just show you brief clips of each bit. I'm not going to go into all of it because I've recorded everything. So like for the trial, I recorded the whole process from selecting it in the festival playlist, picking a car, and that's the way I'm also going to show you the car. So instead of doing what I would usually do and going through and showing you in my garage all of the cars I've got for each event, when I actually start the event I'll just pop up the favourites menu because I've sorted them into the favourites like I usually do. You'll see them all, and then I'll just pick one to do the event, and then I'll show you, you know, a few seconds of each race or stunt or whatever it is that we're actually doing, and hopefully that format will work for today's video, and we'll see how we go. Obviously it's approaching Christmas. It's the first week of the winter playlist in Horizon 5. If you don't know much about the series, I'm not going to go into that in this video because it'll just elongate it, but I watched AR12's videos, I usually do, just for a quick rundown on what it is. I think Series 41, the Winter Wonderland update or whatever it's called, the Christmas update, that is a bit better than the New Year one. The New Year one, as they always do, because the developers go on holiday, they release 2 updates in one. That one's a bit less impressive. Some of the cars in this current update are quite interesting. We've got the Bentley Flying Spur for 20 points this week, as you will see. So yes, I'm going to stop waffling now, and I'm going to get into it, and we'll see how it goes. So I shall see you at various points along the video, but I will say it now, thank you very much for watching. If you watch all of it, absolute champion. If you watch some of it, fair play, totally appreciate that. And hopefully you will at least watch some parts of the video and have a bit of a laugh at my driving and listen to some of the things that I say along the way. So let's get into it by starting with the trial. Okay then, so the restriction for the trial this week is B-Class Honda and Akira, as you've just seen. It's on road racing, and I think they're based mostly on sprints. So as you will see now in my garage, I've favorited two cars, the Civic and the S2000. And I chose the S2000. Perhaps I was a bit wrong to do that because it was a bit slow on the straights, but I kind of favoured the handling and the braking over the virtually stock Civic in this one. I'm not going to say any more, I'll just let you watch the clips that I've got of each of the races in this trial. There's just 2 races because we managed to win the best of 3 from just 2 races. So I'll let you see a bit of the footage and I'll pop back at the end of this event. Sorry, I know I said I wouldn't pop back in, but just a quick note, the reason why you didn't see much of this race is because I played it in the intro when I was waffling at the start, so I thought there was no point wasting time showing too much more of that, but I did show the start and finish again for you. Now on to the second race. Okay then, we now move on to the first of 2 EventLabs, and this one is S1 Track Toys. You do have to travel over to EventLab Island for this one, however don't worry, it is free, it's just a free expansion of the game. You'll notice that quite a lot of my cars here are Track Toys, there's quite a lot of them, so I tried to narrow it down as much as I could to 8. And from them I decided to pick the Lotus 311 because it's quite a purist car, rear wheel drive, very very fun to drive. I did enjoy driving it on this circuit, and I would also like to add that this was a really nice circuit to drive, and as you'll see in a second I head into cockpit view on one of the laps as well, and that is something that I like to do when I'm playing. Obviously you don't get to see that as much in the videos that I post because I don't show a lot of the gameplay of me actually completing the events, but that is something that I like to do, kind of get a feel for it in third person view like I'm doing here for the first lap, and then head into kind of the cockpit first person view for the remaining laps for a different perspective. and I do find that quite interesting. Just as a little aside for you, obviously you wouldn't usually get to see that, and here is that gameplay now, so I will leave you with that. Right then, so the second event lab is back on the main map, and it is A-Class Modern Sports Cars, another hefty category in terms of cars tuned for me for this one, and this one is based kind of on the edge of the canyon and the top of Guanajuato. So I'm not going to say too much more on this one, I'll just let you watch the gameplay, and hopefully some of my car suggestions will be useful as well. Right then, so that completes the event labs, and it means we can now move on to the PR stunts. 3 of them this week, and they're all based in C-Class Anything Goes, which is quite a wide category, of course. So I tried to pick the cars that I thought would be more suitable, with them all being off-road based, the Danger Sign, Speed Zone and Trailblazer. I tried to pick cars that, off-road tyres, quite weighty to power through the trees for the Trailblazer especially, and stuff like that, so plenty of grip and plenty of off-road capability. So we're getting stuck in with the Danger Sign here, and obviously I would usually show some gameplay in my videos of the PR stunts. That's probably the only thing I do show the gameplay of, but here you have it in this video as well, a bit of extra gameplay for you, and also a bit of a fail with this one. Okay then, so along with the completion of 2 of those PR stunts, we also have the 20 points and the Bentley Flying Spur unlocked for the first winter season. Remember, it's all winter in this Horizon Holidays mix-up update, so don't get a bit confused. I had to clarify that in the thumbnail, the title and the description of the video, so quite complicated, but yes, so make sure you don't get mixed up with that. But that is the Bentley unlocked, and now we move on to the final PR stunt here. Right then, that's the PR stunt complete, and now I'm only going to be tackling this championship, not the other one that's based on street racing. As I said at the start of the video, I am covering this one because it is an exclusive event to get you the exclusive car, the Nissan Nismo, Nissan Z Nismo, which you will need for the Forzathon. I will be covering the Forzathon later because it's the last thing I did in recording this, so I'll be showing it as the last part of this video as well. And actually, I'm going to be using some older Z cars for this championship as well. So I'll be using all 3 of these cars, 3 races, so each car gets a run out in this championship. So enjoy the races. Right then, so we're into the challenges section now. Obviously, I would usually complete all of this section in order to get my 40 points, and we'll be starting off with the treasure hunt. So yeah, I've just given you opportunity to read the clue there. Obviously, you can go back and pause it if you didn't quite get to read it. I'm picking the car now, the Ferrari 458 Speciale. Then I'm going to go and take the photo in the Winter Wonderland circuit next to one of the igloos, and then I will show you the location of the chest as well. So if at that point, in about 20 seconds, you don't want to see the location of the chest, then just skip about 30 seconds in the video and you should then be onto the photo challenge. So enjoy this one. Right then, onto the photo challenge. A bit of a pun in the name of that one. Hashtag Elise Navidad. Obviously a pun on the Feliz Navidad song. And we need to head over to this house. I bang on about it all the time in terms of the double Forzathon points in my videos. And now we've got to go and take a photo there. So I'm using the 1990 Lotus Elise. You could use the Elise GT1 as well if you wanted to. Conveniently, there's somebody in a BMW here. I don't know whether they've got a bit confused. And there's a bit of a funny thing goes on with this photo challenge, so I hope you enjoy the icons on the screen that I thought I would use to demonstrate it. I thought that would be quite amusing for you. Okay then, so we move on to the hide and seek, complete a game of hide and seek, and I'm a bit good with this one personally because I did record the whole game, but I had severe difficulty with the footage. I don't know what it is, but whenever I put it into the editing software it just completely broke it, and even viewing it in like the media player from the File Explorer, it couldn't do that really either, but I did manage to source this clip by extracting it from the media player, so unfortunately that's all I can show you. I did have some good tactical moves, but at least I won the game and you got to see proof of that. So yeah, apologies about that one, but that is that for the hide and seek. Right then, so finally we have the Forzathon challenge to wrap up. So just a quick look over the 4 challenges here. You need to hop in the Nissan Z Nismo, as I mentioned earlier. And that is why I completed the championship first before showing this, because obviously usually I would cover the Forzathon first in my videos in the Forzathon section. So we've completed chapter 1, and then we need to move on to chapter 2, win a road circuit event. To make this quick, I'm just going to use an event lab. So there's the criteria that I've searched for. I'm going for Big Head Django easy win road circuit, that event there. So basically you complete it in 0 seconds, as you will see here. It makes it super easy, and I would recommend that you do this if you want to make your life a bit easier. You can go and do like a 1-lap event or something, but you need to make sure there's kind of AI, or I'm not really sure how people create events like this, but They seem to work most of the time. Big Head Django, I know that guy, so definitely trusted this one. So that's that chapter. Then chapter 3 wanted us to get 400 mile an hour across the speed zone. So because I was at the Horizon Festival, I thought I would just use the festival speed zone. There's a bit of a glitch in the wall, which you will see in a minute. Just that wall there. For some reason, you can kind of ghost through most of it. I'm not really sure why. I discovered it quite a while ago, but it seems to be a persisting bug, and you'll see that when I spin round here. And then once I've completed this, in a minute, I then go on to get the 40,000 skill score, and that completes the Forzathon Weekly challenge. So hopefully nice and easy. I did it in the stock car, so there's no need to tune, but you can of course if you want to. And there's that glitch. I did do it quite a few times, but I've only showed it once because you kind of get the gist. But you can see it wants to do it there as well. So for some reason, that glitch still exists. Right, so I've packed up, I've banked my skill chain, and there is the Forzathon Weekly Challenge completed, and that is the 40 points to get ourselves a Horizon Backstage Pass. Personally, I haven't actually bought anything from the Backstage yet, but obviously it's useful for the people that need to get those exclusive cars, and that perhaps don't have the money to buy them in the auction house. Of course, it does mean that the values in the auction house plummet when they add them to the Backstage, like they do when they refresh them in the playlist, but I suppose that's the fact of life when the game is over 3 years old now. Anyway, that wraps up the video. Half an hour long currently as I'm speaking, so that's alright, I'll take that. It's definitely better than an hour, and hope you've enjoyed it. It's a bit of a different format, but maybe it is a format that I can use going forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Anybody that has watched to the end without skipping any of it, you're an absolute legend. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, even if you just skip through bits of it. I tried to keep it nice and snappy by cutting out all the loading times of my old Xbox, and you know, some of the bit boring bits in the events as well. So hopefully it was nice and engaging. Half an hour of me completing the playlist. And like I said, maybe we can do it in the future. So it's coming up to Christmas, as I mentioned at the start of the video. This is where I was going with it, but I kind of got a bit sidetracked. So I'm hoping, obviously, at some point over the Christmas period, in a few weeks, to kind of do something Christmas or New Year related. Not really sure what we can do. If you've got any thoughts, you can let me know. But I will try to do a stream at some point over the Christmas period. So I think from the 23rd of December, basically through until New Year, and a few days after New Year before you know, the start of the following week. Maybe we can try and do something then, stream, maybe a couple of videos. I'll see what I can do, but I would definitely like to put something out there, and hopefully this video is the start of a bit of a kind of comeback. It won't be a regular upload schedule, so don't get your hopes up. Sorry to disappoint on that one. I just don't have time on a weekly basis. It was just this week as a one-off. I had a weekend where I could put together this video, and I'm finishing it on the Monday night now. So, like I said, hope you enjoyed. I will stop waffling now, and I will end the video. So, I will see you at some point. I don't know when, but thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please subscribe. There will be new content again at some point. You can keep up to date in the community section. But for now, goodbye.